Everyone trying something new on the channel here today. Gonna watch and do some live reactions to the two playoff games from the Saturday, the divisional round here. Packers versus Niners to kick us off, and then Houston, Baltimore. Trying to put more work into my YouTube channels, and I figure this is one thing I could try to do to talk about sports and look at highlights and stuff like that. So without further ado, get into the Packers and 49ers. Take a look at this game. Definitely the better game of the two on Saturday. Green Bay did exactly what I thought they would. I cashed a bet on Green Bay plus 10. That was pretty easy, and I am ultimately happy with the result as I have futures for San Fran to win the Super Bowl. So let's take a look at this game and talk about it. Right off the start.
Four-man rush. Love moves around, floats one to Musgrave, the tight end, who's got a first down. Nice work from Jordan Love.
It was a pretty good first drive for the Packers. Get some momentum going in this game. They relied pretty heavily on Jones, and I knew they would give San Fran trouble. San Fran defense has been not as good this year as they have in years past. But there's a heavy dose of Jones on the first drive right from the bat. We know Love's got an arm. He really took advantage of the San Fran secondary with a ton of penalties. That's a pretty blatant pass interference there.
Third and 8. Love firing end zone, knocked away, and it's incomplete.
That probably could have been caught. I think that was Daubs. But good defensive breakup by Ward for sure. It was pretty important for the Packers after having a good long first drive to get some points, and they do. Catch them with that field goal. So they're off to a pretty good start.
Against the 49ers. Four-man rush. Purdy looking. Now in trouble. Running away into a sack.
Packers do have a good defense, too. I think their defense is probably on par with that of the 49ers, to be honest. So they were able to hold the Niners and continuing momentum through pretty much the whole first quarter. Dobbs is wide open. Yeah, I felt like a lot of times in this game, the Packers receivers were like just blatantly wide open. So a lot of blown coverages by San Fran. That's a pretty big gain. So Packers, second drive to close out the quarter after stopping the Niners. Tons of momentum. And just feeding Aaron Jones some more. Jones has had a couple good 4 or 5 weeks here since he kind of got healthy. I felt like the refs were pretty bad in this game with spots, particularly that from the left side, and they get stuffed. Initially, I thought he got it, but the bottom official there, number 85, he was terrible all game with spots. He definitely had money on the Niners, but 49ers start deep in their own territory. Pretty good stop, though, to stop the Packers. Even 3 points for the Packers there makes a huge difference. That's Juwan Jennings had a really big game. He stepped up. Deebo Samuel got hurt very early on his first touch. Sucks for fantasy people if you had Deebo. But he didn't go to Ayuk much. I felt like Packers did a good job covering him, but Jennings was definitely the guy. And, of course, Kittle. There's Kittle right there. That's a great pass. That's what Purdy's got to do. I mean, he doesn't have to do nothing fancy. He just got to let his guys get open. I mean, that's all he does anyways. He's not a fantastic quarterback, but he's good enough to make throws, not turn the ball over. But yeah, Kittle's been beast. He turned on a really good second half this year. It's a very easy play. Another wide open. As I said, San Fran coverage has been pretty bad in this game between wide open receivers and penalties. That's a great pass by Love on the run. Dobbs has really come on too. Jordan Love, there's something special with him. He's gonna have a nice little career. That looked like that could have been a holding or something, but it was kind of uncatchable. So you get a 29-yard field goal, and you know, it could be 9-7 at that point if they kick that last field goal. That's a pretty big difference. Yeah, there's Jennings again. He's a really solid player. He's a good backup receiver for sure. Go back to some of those numbers there.
His second catch, good move, up for a first down. Juwan Jennings with a catch and run, and picks up the first and 12 more yards. This is
pretty much at the end of the first half. You got Love 10 for 16 for 115, and Brock Purdy 7 for 11 for 103. Purdy obviously doing a little better job with completions. Love is more of a quarterback that's going to throw it deep and just throw it out there, so that's why his rating's lower. But I would say a pretty equal half for the most part for those two. San Fran offense got rolling towards the second half of the second quarter, getting McCaffrey involved, getting Kittle involved. And that's where they're really going to shine, getting Ayuk involved. McCaffrey ended up having a really good fantasy game. That's fine, you just throw it away. He's got to learn from that Baltimore game where he kind of forced the ball, and Green Bay had one or two easy interceptions that they dropped to in this game. 48-yarder for Moody, and it's blocked. So again, huge play for the Packers at the end of the half. It could be 9-7 Packers going in the half if they kick the field goal instead of going for it. But Niners get the ball coming out. That would have been a tough completion if anyways. The Packers get a stop. You know, Love has two good solid tight ends too, in Musgrave and Kraft. So there's this play here. Look where he is. He never touched the ground, and that's where the ball is. It is basically a yard ahead of this yard marker. I think this is, what, the 45? And this stupid ref on the bottom, number 85, or I think it's 85. It could have been 89. He was horrible all game on spots. He was horrible on that first fourth down they went for earlier where you saw that. But look where he comes in and spots this ball. Oh, 113. That guy. Oh, they're not going to show it, but he spotted it back here. Like, they jumped ahead a little bit, but they spotted it. He spotted it like a good yard and a half short, and it wasn't even close, so they won that challenge there. I thought the officiating was pretty wide open. There's another one. That's like the third or fourth one we've seen. That's Melton. He actually drew a huge pass interference before this that they didn't show either. So San Fran's secondary really scaring me. That should have been an easy touchdown, but he had to work a little bit to keep his feet in there and to keep control. Like, yeah, not even a defender around him. Defender fell down, but a really sloppy secondary performance for the Niners. There's the security blanket. Good job by Kittle there, breaking that tackle. That's a huge gain. But yeah, man, that 13-7 at this point in the third, you're feeling pretty good if you're a Packers fan until this happens. McCaffrey doing his thing. Couldn't tackle him. He missed probably 2-3 tackles, and he's gone. You ain't catching him. So they went to Kittle and McCaffrey on this drive to get him back in the game, and that's 100% what the Niners should have done. It's like a 45-yard run. Kittle had one on third. McCaffrey finished it off, and now the kick return from Nixon. Following kickoff, he gone. He's got to cut back, but then no, stupid mistake. Just run out of bounds there instead of cutting that back. Fumbles, but luckily a Packer hustled and got on it for them. Good pass by Love there. 2 defenders on Dobbs. Dobbs has really come on. I took Christian Watson in a lot of fantasy. Watson did absolutely nothing. Dobbs is the guy. Really nice pass and catch there. Musgrave or Kraft, the backup tight end. So, I mean, Jordan Love has looked really good keeping the Packers in this game. Again, a lot of it is due to kind of missed coverage by the 49ers defense, which I knew that the Niners defense is actually pretty weak this year. They had a good start to the season, and the second half of the season they were pretty bad. Easy 2-point for Aaron. At this point, they're up 7. You only got a quarter and a half left. A Packers fan, you're feeling really good. And that should have been a pick, easily, possibly a pick 6. They missed 2 of those. That was the game. I mean, if they score there, it could be over. They do hold them, though, and get the ball. There's Watson. Do again his one catch of the game. That was tough. Bad pass by Love. You just got to throw that lower. So mistake number 1 by Jordan Love, which ultimately his mistakes cost him the win. But he's a young QB, still learning a ton, I'm sure. Bad pass by Purdy, great grab by Ayuk. Ayuk, one of the top underrated receivers in this league. So, Niners have done well on 3rd down there. But, Packers get another stop. First field goal was blocked at the beginning of the half. This one's perfect. So you're down 4 with the. You feel all right if you're a Niners fan too. You just need like one stop and you're back in this. Another bad pass by Love. He looks a little shaky throwing on the run, and he's done a lot of those back across the field type passes. Niners get a stop, and then it's just McCaffrey time. They put a really long, sustained drive together here. That's a great catch by Jennings. He is super underrated, too. He's like a perfect 3rd receiver. He's not well known, but he can catch the ball. He's a good route runner, too. That was a shaky pass. There's 2 guys on him. Not a smart pass there. So Packers get a stop. See if they could kill the clock here with Jones. Look at him go. Huge run. Still going. Don't fumble. That's a huge run. But it didn't kill time. That's the thing. Wow, I didn't see that play live. This is a nice little leap. Backup. No A.J. Dillon, of course. Shout out Boston College. They got a 3rd and 9. Love, he just got to throw that away. He can't be throwing that in the middle of the field. Leaves him open to an interception. This was a huge miss. Huge miss. You're up by 7. Now you're still only up by 4. Niners can come back, eat up the whole clock, score, and game's over. Between Love's mistakes and that missed field goal, that's what cost Green Bay this game for sure. There's my boy Jennings again.
3rd down. Pressure coming. Purdy over the middle. Did he hang on? Ayuk? No. Well, they say he did catch it.
I don't know if that was a catch. Apparently it was, but live that did not look like a catch. He's got these receivers no one's heard of playing out there. What happens if you're a solid team? You know, people step up. Another big play for Kittle. getting a good 8 yards on first down.
He's got his entire playbook at his disposal.
It's too bad about Debo. Maybe he'll be back next game. We'll have to see. He didn't look too good, though. Nice little scramble by Purdy. Gets a 3rd and 1 instead of a 3rd and long. McCaffrey's going to get that all day. And he gets more into the end zone. 2nd TD for him. And that's what they needed, just to drive, go up front. There's only a minute left. The game's over. I mean, there's no way. Love would need to pull off a miracle.
Great job. I mean, that's exactly where the hole was before they even snapped the ball by the alignment of the front of Green Bay. And McCaffrey gets that sort of look. Nice job there by the center.
Yeah, McCaffrey's just too good.
Right now.
So this is Love's chance to really prove himself. You know what? He started with the drive okay. Dobbs again. Watch out for Dobbs next year in fantasy. Looks like he's the guy.
Realistically, need at least 25 yards. Love. Pressure up the middle. Runs away.
Horrible. Running, throwing across the field. Yeah, that was a horrible mistake. All he has to do is throw the ball away or run out of bounds, you know. And then this guy running around Greenlaw like he's going to score a touchdown when he just needs to hit the ground. He ran like 30 yards trying to break a tackle. It's like, dude, just get down. And that's that. So Jordan Love cost them the game for sure. 2 picks. Very bad back shoulder throw across the field passes, really not good. So 49ers looks like they got maybe a clear path to the Super Bowl here. Got Tampa and Detroit today. I'm going with Tampa Bay. To be honest, they can pull out an upset, but I'll take them like +7. I'll have to check what the line is, but this was definitely the better game. We'll move on to the other game, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this kind of content. Want to start doing this a little more, and we'll start by doing it with these remaining football playoff games and see how it goes from there. Good opportunity to talk about the games and give some opinions on some players. You know, it's a fun little thing to do.